Hey folks, it's Tommy. Looking back, I think it's back in August, we went to a cruise in Rogersville, Tennessee, and I've noticed that it's been that long since I've posted a video. My channel's small. I've got 50 subscribers, and I am very, very grateful for all 50 of those subscribers. I had made a promise that when I finished up with my garage and I got my lift put in, that I would probably start working on my old 65 F-250 pickup truck. So my lift is in. I have my air compressor in, and it is plumbed in. The lift's wired in. My brother borrowed it about a week ago, and he's got a 97 Cobra, and we put a MagnaFlow exhaust system on it for him, which it didn't take long with the lift. I'll give you guys a tour of the shop here in just a little bit. I've pulled the 65 in today. The reason I haven't been posting any videos as of late is because I work a lot, and plus I spend my spare time in here trying to get this thing up and going. I work for Molle Pistons and Engine Components here in Morristown, Tennessee, and we are really doing really well. And I'm a supervisor there. I'm in the quality control department, and I've been there for 31 years. And business is really good with us right now. We've got some new contracts and some things going, and me being in management, they need me there a lot. So just to explain to you guys why it's been a while since I've posted a video, that's why. It's the 13th of December right now. I actually have a day off from work. I had to take a vacation day to take a day off from work, but me and my father finished wiring up the air compressor today. I've run my wiring up along the ceiling, and I have to have somebody. I like to have somebody here with me to maybe hold the ladder, because we're talking about a 13-foot high ceiling, and I just wanted somebody down here so I could be safe. But to my subscribers, thank you very much for staying a subscriber, for waiting on me. I know things have, you've probably been wondering what's happened to me, and yes, I have been busy, and I have spent a lot of time in the garage. For those of you who've been watching my videos, you'll be able to see exactly how much I've done. Put a wood stove in to kind of help keep it warm in here. Plus I have a pretty good sized forced air heater that I'm using. So, and what I usually do is I'll fire the forced air heater up and warm things up in here while I'm stoking up a fire, and the fire seems to be doing okay to help keep the garage warm. So other than just bringing things in and helping my brother with his Cobra, I pulled a rear end out of one of my Trans Ams, so I could out of a parts car, so I could bring it here. It's sitting at our other place, needing a rear end in it so I can move it. So that's the only thing I've done. But I want to get my old parts truck going. So basically, like I said, that's all I've got done. I just want to go ahead and get started on the truck. I just pulled it in. So what I'd like to do is take a few minutes here and just show you guys what all I've got done, show you my lift and everything, and we'll kind of look over the old truck, and hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to get started with it. Okay, if y'all remember, this is the door where you come in. This is the man door. I have put a security system in because I do have a whole lot of tools and things in here that I wouldn't want anybody to help themselves with. I have a workbench here, bench grinder, small vise, my toolboxes, and of course, as y'all seen there a minute ago, the wood stove, which seems to do a pretty good job. there's the rear end I took out of the Trans Am. It's been sitting in the old car for quite a few years. We have wasp nests on the back, but the old rear end seems to be in pretty good shape. My wife's Galaxy, my old's 442. They're both in, so there's an old vintage Honda that I bought a while back. I only got 20,000 miles on it. It needs carburetor work, which I don't know how to do. And there's my Harley. My air compressor here, right now it's inside, and I think I'm gonna leave it inside this winter. It's not been really weather to build one outside. I'm going to put it eventually outside, just outside this wall right here. But it's plumbed in. I use Schedule 80. I think maybe that might have been a little bit of overkill, but I did use Schedule 80. And this is plumbed completely around the garage. I have 7 NPT fittings, and what I done was I put them up above the actual air line instead of below to help keep water out of my tools. But it goes all the way around over the door. I'm sorry, but anyway, it goes around the wall all the way over, all the way around, and it makes a complete circle. And I have put a drain valve back here. Right here. This one is about 6 inches. This line is about 6 inches lower than the rest of them, where I can actually drain water out of the system when it needs to be drained out. So, make my way back up to the old Ford. Here's my lift. It is a 9,000 pound capacity. I bought it from Greg Smith Equipment. Now, I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not advertising for them. But I would like to say that they are very friendly, very helpful, and made sure of what I was asking for and what they were telling me, and made sure what I was ordering was the right thing and what I was asking for. So they're really, really nice to deal with. So, but like I say, I'm not advertising for them, but you know, for my YouTubers and friends, if they'd like to know, the Greg Smith Equipment did do me a very good job. They're a national chain, and it is the locking type, as you'll hear. I'm going to go ahead and raise it. Once you get the vehicle to the height that you desire, all you do is lower it and it will lock itself in right there. And you can't let it down until you raise it back up and take the weight off of it. And after you take the weight off, there's 2 release latches, one there and the one on this side. You have to release both of them before you can let it down. Now, some people claim that it might be a little aggravating to have to go to one side and unlatch it, another side and unlatch it, but if my lift is going to lock itself in and be more safe with me, then I will absolutely put up with a little bit more aggravation. So to, like I say, to release it, to let it back down, raise it up slightly, pull this handle, this one, and then you can let it down. Of course, now it's a little slow going down with nothing on it, but you pretty much get the picture. So, okay, back to the pickup truck. This is the first time that it's been in here. It's been languishing outside for a while, but and it's got a bunch of junk in the back. I had a walnut tree that I had to have cut down, and the back's full of walnuts and other things. A tarp that I've laid in the back. But for those of you who don't remember, or those of you who haven't looked and seen my video, I am going to keep the patina on this truck. I'm going to paint the bumpers. They're going to be white. That one. And the front bumper is going to be white. The grille and the headlight bezels will be white. And then I'm going to clean the rest of the truck. And I'm going to shine what I can of the good paint and leave the patina the way it is. And I'm going to clear coat it. So, probably going to start, I am going to remove the body and the bed from the frame, because, I'll go ahead and open it up here. We have a single master cylinder that's not power. Now, I'm by no means lazy, but I do not like manual brakes. I like power brakes. And I am going to put a dual master cylinder and a proportioning valve, and I am going to put power brakes on it. So, to make sure that everything looks good under the bottom side of it, I am just going to go ahead and raise the cab and the bed off, and I'm just going to make sure that all the lines look good, and go ahead and make sure the brakes and everything are okay with it. The engine runs fine. I've got 90 pounds of pressure in each cylinder, which is not great, but it doesn't smoke. But the carburetor needs to be rebuilt, so that's going to be done, and I will clean the engine up and paint it. And I will put a good exhaust on it, but that's going to be about the size of the engine. I'm not going to do that much work to it. It's a nice 352 FE, and it runs well, other than a little bit of hesitation, and it needs the accelerator pump worked on, which basically the thing needs to be rebuilt. But as far as the engine, that's all I'm going to do to it. I want to make the engine compartment look nice, and I do want to rewire the whole truck, because I do have a few wiring issues with it. But I don't really plan to spend a whole lot of money on it, but I do want to get a very good dependable driver out of it. I'm not going to put air or anything like that on it. I just want to make a shop truck out of it. If you'll notice how that tire and wheel is leaning, the front suspension is shot, and I absolutely know nothing about twin I-beam suspension, but I am fixing to learn. So, but as I promised, I am going to start working on this thing first. I will be spending a little money at LMC Truck to get the things that I need to fix it. I'm glad that there's not a whole lot of rust on it. If you will go back and look at my first video of this truck, you'll see that it's not got a whole lot of rust on it. So, and I darn sure don't want to spend a lot of money on a paint job for a long wheelbase truck. So, patina's in, and there's some pretty good patina on this truck, and I'm going to leave it that way. Okay, that's pretty much it. I wanted to get a video out and update things, and hopefully I'll be making quite a few more videos. I've got a better camera. I've got three cameras now. I've got a GoPro and another Sony smaller handheld that didn't seem to do quite as good. Of course, as you all just now saw, that I had a little trouble with my auto zoom on this one, and I haven't learned to use it very well yet, but when I edit this, I'll try to cut some of it out and not have so much camera movement in it. thank you all for watching. Thank you, my 50 subscribers, for subscribing to my channel and patiently waiting on me to start working on this old truck. And I think most of you that are subscribed to me like the Ford truck, the idea that I'm going to be working on this old Ford truck. I like old trucks. I like old cars. I mean, if you'll look at what my channel's about, if you'll just read that paragraph, it'll tell you what I'm all about. But once again, stay tuned. Thank you for subscribing. If you like this, please hit the like button. And if you subscribe and you want to get notifications, hit the little bell. And stay tuned, because I will try my best to document in video most everything that I do to this old truck, even if it's just going to be a small short one. I want to try to keep everybody informed of what I do with it. So thanks again. Hope to see you soon, and I hope you enjoy.